Hey guys, it's Ann Fraser here with the Fraser team at Keller Williams, and it is time for Tuesday's Tips, Tidbits, and Trivia. And a lot of times I align myself with really awesome people, and we're going to do a little interview today with my good friend Don Minter, and he is with Senior Care Authority. And one of the things that I wanted to kind of point out is when I'm working with people, I'm looking for people who have the same values that I do, that love people, they do the right thing, their heart's in the right place, and even if money has to come out of our pocket, we do what we have to do to make sure we serve our people well. And so I want to introduce you guys to Don Minter. Welcome.
Thank you, Ann. I appreciate the opportunity to be here.
Sure. And so, Don, tell us a little bit about your company and what you do.
Okay. I, along with my wife, Elaine, own Senior Care Authority in the greater Kansas City area. And we are senior care advisors that help seniors navigate all the difficult systems of healthcare, community relationships with all the area. I'm going to call them communities, not facilities. So we spent the last couple years, I've been in business a little about 3 years now, so we spent all that time developing relationships with the area communities, finding out who does what best so we can fit our clients to the best community possible. We also do elder care consulting, so we basically meet the senior wherever they're at in their journey and help them develop the best next steps and everything that entails. Working with great real estate professionals like yourself is a big part of that.
Right. So a family, if they're looking for, it's time for their loved one to go to the next step. They've been living in their home and they just are not able to do that any longer.
Right.
Then should they go out and look at some communities first? Or what's the pros and cons of that? Or do they call you first?
There's a lot of pros and cons to that. You know, we already know the communities. We know the price points. We know the activities that they have. We know if they have transportation services. We know what the fees are. A lot of times, you know, the communities are forthright, but you know, you have to ask the right questions.
Yes.
And you know, if you don't, then you don't know there's levels of care with assisted living, so you might have a base fee and there might be an additional $1,000, $2,000 on top of that depending on the care levels. So we do very in-depth assessments on our clients, find out where they're at with their activities of daily living, where they're at financially, whether they have, you know, how they're going to pay for it. And we offer that service free for independent living, memory care, and assisted living for our clients as the communities pay our fees. So that is a free service for our clients, and we do all that research for them. Back in pre-COVID, you know, we obviously would tour with them. Kind of like a real estate agent, you know, I go pick them up and we go tour the communities that I feel would be a good fit. And then we talk about it in between, and the community, and then the seniors or the adult kids, a lot of times we work with, you know, they make the final call on which community they would like, and we, you know, we're there to help them navigate all of that. Wonderful.
Yes, I can tell you personally, when my mom and dad, we were looking for a place for them, I think I toured on my own. I did not know Don at that time, but I toured about 30 places, and there are so many questions I didn't know to ask. There were hidden fees I didn't know about, and so once I met Don, gosh, how many, about 4 or 5 years ago, and he takes all of that guesswork out, and it's amazing. So anything else you want to say today?
Well, you know, we have a great passion for our seniors. You know, my dad had Alzheimer's 12 years ago, and I wish we would have had a company like us to help navigate all of that. I was running a Red Lobster in Topeka and had 120 employees, and it's very daunting to be able to visit these communities and find the best fit. And then I went to work for Brandon Woods as a food and beverage director in Lawrence, Kansas, and that's where I developed my love for seniors and their families. And you know, we're true senior advocates, and we're there for life. So when we help them find a community, then we're still, you know, they might call me and say, you know, the food's really went downhill there this past year. So then I'll ask them questions. Well, have you joined the food committee? And because Cure for Criticism's involvement. So so we kind of guide them along. And of course, I talk to the administrators and say, you know, what's going on with the food and that kind of thing. So we help with all of that, and we're there for that client for life. For life. Yes, and I can truly attest to that. We've done some work together. We want to let you guys know you can reach out to Don and Elaine at Senior Care Authority. We'll put their information up on the screen. And thank you so much for coming by. Well, you're very welcome. And again, thank you for having me. Absolutely, absolutely. Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. I can't talk. It feels like a Monday to me. Thanks so much. We'll take care. Talk to you soon. Bye.